All right, is everybody here? Make some noise if you're here. All right, everybody who's not here, make some noise. Good, all right. Just checking how to make sure. Are you feeling ready? One person's ready. Two people, it's contagious. Here we go. I'm not starting until you're ready. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I have never been so happy as when I'm with you. I get lots of funny feelings and my dreams come true. When you're in my arms there is no way I could be blue. It doesn't matter where I am as long as I'm with you. You know that you are the most wonderful of all. Does it even matter when you see it by the fall? When our lips are kissing I feel anything but small. It doesn't matter where we kiss if I am kissing you. I'm in love and like no other. Gray skies above can't block my way. I can't believe that I get to love her. Now I can see that my happiness won't end today. If you can imagine when a flower starts to grow, or when suddenly a butterfly begins to show, the best was yet to come, but how it came I do not know. It doesn't matter where I am as long as I'm with you. Arcoiris Sandoval on keys. in love, and like no other, gray skies above can't block my way. I can't believe I get to love her. Now I can see that my happiness won't end today. If you can imagine when a flower starts to grow, or when suddenly a butterfly begins to show, the best was yet to come, but how it came I do not know. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter where I am as long as I'm with you. Thank you, thank you. Gianluca Renzi on bass, Alvester Garnett on drums. Let's be foolish together. Let's go out in the weather. Let's go walking together, just you and me. Let's see what we uncover. Let's both try to discover just what kind of a lover we both can be. If we can agree to let each other see a fool that is locked inside of you and me, let's be foolish together, baby, tonight. Let's be wondrous together. Let's be thunderous whenever. Take my love, dear, and never let me go. I just want you beside me. I just need you to guide me. Show me all that's inside me. I need to know. You got me excited and I'm too delighted to settle down. You turn my world around. Let's be foolish together, baby, tonight. Do you believe this is real? Are you afraid of what your feelings may reveal? Let's be foolish together, not so coolish or clever. I feel light as a feather that is flying free. Let's jump higher than ever. Let's make fire together, or just lie here forever, so happily. We don't have to plan or even understand how lucky we are. Let's hop into the car and be foolish together, baby, tonight. Do you believe this is real? Are you afraid of what your feeling may reveal? Let's be foolish together, not so coolish or clever. I feel light as a feather that's a flying free. Let's jump higher than ever. Let's make fire together, or just lie here forever, so happily. We don't have to plan or even understand how lucky we are. Let's hop into the car and be foolish together, baby tonight, baby tonight, baby tonight, baby tonight. Thank you. All right. Welcome to another edition of Mostly Marcus. Today we are featuring the songs of 1928. Both those first two songs are neither from 19 or 28. They're actually original songs that I mix into the show here, hence Mostly Marcus. I wrote the first one. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, it's a cascade. I wrote the first one in dedication or inspired by my grandparents, who I watched fall in love over and over again every time I saw them, and it didn't really matter where they were as long as they were together. So I wrote that one thinking of them. And then the next one that I did wrote just before I was about to head cross country with someone, and was that too subtle? That wasn't subtle enough. With someone. It was years ago. It was a really fun trip, and the night before we were really excited about making this journey and traveling this adventure together, and it was a great trip. And I highly recommend traveling across the country if you ever get a chance. But then before I could go, I just had this song in my head and literally fell out of me right there in a few hours. And so that was where the inspiration came for that. Now we're going to dive into 1928 a bit, starting with a little bit of a classic feel. That you'll recognize, not because anyone I imagine is born or even was alive in 1928. If you were, you aged beautifully, and I want to know what you eat every day. So here's a Milton Adger song and Jack Yellen, and I know you're all going, oh, of course. If you're not, these guys they wrote a lot for the vaudeville circuit, and I actually had an Uncle Louie in my family who was a vaudevillian that I never got to meet. But he was always talked about growing up as like, oh, he's the showman in the family, and he was, I mean, the total package from that time period too. Played the accordion and everything, and did his whole shtick. But he worked under the name Larry Blue. So this one I dedicate to Uncle Louie, Larry. Here we go. Instant 1928, right? Just like you remember it. Broke again, gentlemen, I am ruined now. Wall Street's not to blame, nor the racing game. I have spent every cent, shall I tell you how? Listen one and all to the cause of my downfall. Hungry women, I feed them and weep. They never eat cheap. All those meal hounds eat like real hounds when they eat on me. They think that it's free. They've got cute figures and cute faces, but the real question is where you can get one that's got a cute indigestion. Hungry women, I feed them and weep. Now, in the spirit of the 20s and vaudeville circuit, it was common for there to be this kind of a break where the performer would work the crowd and tell some jokes. Stand-up variety. Well, I'm not a classic vaudevillian, but in the spirit of having an uncle who was, I figured it's the least I can do. If I'm going to tribute, I might as well try my best. So, at the appropriate moment, you shall laugh uproariously, I'm sure. I shouldn't need to solicit it, but just in case. All right. So I'd like to tell you a little story about a dear elderly couple friends of mine named Murray and Sadie. Murray and Sadie are sitting at home one Tuesday evening, and Sadie's in the kitchen, and Murray's sitting on the lazy boy, thumbing through the magazines and watching his programs in the background. All of a sudden he hears screaming from the top of the stairs, Sadie saying, "Murray, I want you to come upstairs and make love to me." And Murray is shocked. It's dinner time. Choices. So he gets up from the lazy boy, he rushes over to the bottom of the stairs, he looks upstairs at his beautiful wife Sadie, and and he looks at the stairs. And he looks back up at his beautiful wife, Sadie, and he says, Sadie, I love you with all my heart, but I can't do both. Hungry women, at first when we meet, it's when do we eat? Then they pitch in and clean out the kitchen. What I want to know is where does it go? I met a girl with just 2 teeth and took her to supper, but just my luck, her lower tooth met with the upper. Hungry women, I feed 'em, still I really need 'em. I feed 'em and we. There we go, 1928, just like that. All right, there's one of my favorite composers wrote a lot of songs in 1928. We're actually not going to do any of them. But I did write a song that is a tribute to this composer because I don't think he gets enough credit for all the brilliant music that he wrote. And you know all of his songs, but you probably don't hear him mentioned as much as you hear Gershwin, Cole Porter, Irving Berlin, Duke Ellington, all these great songwriters. Lest I get ahead of myself, here is the song. Yes.
I'm coming. I just got to make sure my heels don't get stuck. Thank you.
We'll wait for you. No, I'm just. Be safe. Please be safe coming in down the stairs.
Okay, thank you.
We want you to be safe. Did you make it down the steps all right?
Yes, thank you.
Good. All right. Fantastic. It's precarious. All right. Nope, you want to turn to your left. You went too far, my dear. That's all right. We're all the guests for you. You are the guest star at the moment, so I want to make sure you're taken care of. All right. Listen, I see things, I got to react to them. So, all right, here we go. I digress. What are we doing? Oh, I'm singing. You're listening. Here we go. Right. Fats Waller wrote Ain't Misbehavin'. Hoagie wrote Stardust, you know. Leonard wrote Hallelujah. That was a long time ago. Many writers have fortune and fame, but there is one man whose fortune left out his name. 2, 3, 4. You know Ira Gershwin, you know his brother George, you know Johnny Mercer, though you may not know what for. You've heard of Richard Rodgers and Duke Ellington too. You know Jerome Kern, but tell me, why is it true that nobody knows Harold Harlan? And that is really a shame. He wrote over 500 hit melodies, and so I'm begging you, please remember his name. A kick out of Cole Porter almost every night and day, and Sondheim is the sort whose name will never go away. You all know Oscar Hammerstein and Irving Berlin. He gave us blue skies, but I believe it's a sin that nobody knows Harold Harlan, and I don't know who to blame. He wrote over 500 hit melodies, and so I'm begging you, please remember his name. All right, here we go. He wrote the music for Get Happy and The Man That Got Away, one for my baby, and If I Only Had a Brain. He gave us stormy weather and blues in the night. Let's fall in love and come rain or come shine. Ella often sang This Time the Dream's on Me, while Judy did Over the Rainbow. Barbara sang Asleep at Thee. Sinatra always loved I Got the World on a String, and any place I hang my hat is home, and still I must sing that nobody knows Harold Harlan. He never tasted acclaim. He wrote over 500 hit melodies, and so I'm begging you, please, I'll beg till everyone sees. Buffalo born, but Hollywood bound. He was as good as the greats with his signature sound. So as long as I live, I'll proclaim, you must remember his name. Whoa, 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 whoa. You gotta accentuate the positive. You're clear out of this world. When I'm looking at you, this will be my shining hour. If I only had a brain somewhere over the rainbow, that old black magic has made its spell. I got a right to sing the blues. I got a right to sing the blues. I got a right to sing the blues. Harold Arlen, everyone. Please, please remember his name. All right. And that song was, of course, not written in 1928, but Get Happy, as in forget your troubles, come on, get happy. That was written in 1928. And one of his, and that was actually the first song that that he wrote that made it, you know, to the big time. And it was written just on a break in a Broadway show that he was in the pit for. He just brought all the chorus girls around. He was like doodling away. And that's how that song came to be. Pretty fascinating time to be around songwriting. All right, so this one, Cole Porter gave us this next one with my arrangement on it. I hope you enjoy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. When the little blue bird who has never said a word starts to sing, spring, spring. When the little blue bell in the bottom of the dell starts to sing, ding, ding. When the little blue clerk in the middle of his work starts to tune to the moon up above, it is nature, that's all, simply telling us to fall in love. And that's why birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. In Spain the best upper sets do it, Lithuanians, and let's do it, let's do it, let's fall in love. The Dutch in old Amsterdam do it, not to mention the Finns. Folks in Siam do it, think of Siamese twins. Some Argentines without means do it. People say in Boston even beans do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Romantic sponges, they say, do it. Oysters down at Oyster Bay, do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Cold Cape Cod clams against their wish, do it. Even lazy jellyfish, do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Electric eels, I might add, do it. Though it shocks them, I know. Why ask if shad do it? Waiter, bring me shad roe. In shallow shoals, English souls do it. Goldfish in the privacy of pools do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Electric eels, I might add, do it. Though it shocks them, I know why. Ask if Shad do it. Waiter, can I please get a drink? In shallow shows, English souls do it. Goldfish in the privacy of bowls do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Thank you. Thank you. Cole Porter, 1928. Here's a lovely ballad, not from 1928, but inspired by, and I grew up listening to all these songwriters, and so I went through a period where, well, not through, I guess I'm still in that period. I try and pay homage or learn as much as possible from what they were doing on a regular basis, just really it seemed without thinking, but so many of these songwriters I know and read stories about, and heard stories about how they sweat over each note and sweat over these songs. And I had a similar experience building this one, but it's one of the newest songs that I've written, and I'd like to do it for you today and pair it in with our 1928 theme. It's early in the night, your day is almost through, you just saw her hours ago, your love made its debut, and now you cannot wait to hold her once again. Every moment you're apart upsets your heart, and then when the sun begins to fall, before the hours become small, you will see her after all, and you will be loved. There's a candle, the lights are low, and your hearts are beating slow. It's that feeling when you know that you will be loved. The touch of her hair, the warmth of her eyes as you softly sway. She holds you tight as the morning light sends you on your way. But every day turns into night. Soon you'll see her and delight, and the moment will be right for you to be loved. The touch of her hair, the warmth of her eyes as you softly sway. She holds you tight as the morning light sends you on your way. But every day turns into night. Soon you'll see her and delight, and the moment will be right in front of your heart. Whether near to you or far, she will love you where you are. So be grateful and be kind, and you will be loved. Yes, you will be loved. Yes, you will be loved. Thank you very much, Mr. Gianluca Renzi on that lovely bass solo. I'm gonna go back to, hey there, how about that? They seem to like you over here. Just kidding, no, it shouldn't be a shock. This is an incredible musician. And I'm very lucky to be playing with, we're playing together all month of June.
I'm gonna move you, I told you.
He's gonna be sleeping on the couch there in case in the off hours if you miss him in between shows. So I'm gonna go back to 1928 to the pen again of Mr. Cole Porter. With a reimagination or reimagining of this music and lyric. One, two, three, four. Suspense is killing me. I can't stand uncertainty. Tell me now, I need to know whether you want me to stay or go. Love me or leave me and let me be lonely. You won't believe me that I love you only. I'd rather be lonely than happy with somebody else. You might find that nighttime's the right time for kissing. Nighttime is my time for just reminiscing, forgetting instead of forgetting with somebody else. There'll be no one unless that someone is you. I'm content to be independently blue. I don't want your love and I don't want to borrow to have it today just to give back tomorrow. For my love is your love, there's no love for nobody else. me be lonely. You won't believe me, but I love you only. Rather be lonely than happy with somebody else. I want your love, but I don't want to borrow to have it today, just to give back tomorrow. My love is your love, there's no love for nobody else. There'll be no one unless that someone is you. I'm content to be independently blue. Enough. I want your love and I don't want to borrow to have it today, to give back tomorrow. My love is your love, there's no love for nobody else. Alvester Garnett on drums, yes. Gianluca Renzi on bass, and Arcoiris Sandoval. At this time, I would like to welcome to the stage a wonderful singer and a beautiful human, and I'm so thrilled to welcome her back to Room 623. She hasn't been here since before the pandemic, but she's doing incredible things as a singer and arranger and composer. And I'm thrilled to have her here today. So I need you to scream, shout, and holler, go uproariously nutso for the one and only Tammy Scheffer is in the house. Come on up, Tammy. All right. How are you, Tammy?
Pretty good. You forgot to say I'm a terrible person.
Oh my! I would never say that in public. No, I would never lie. I can't tell a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing could be further from the truth. See, they are even excited about you being here. Can't contain themselves is what we are. Do you need to put things?
Yeah, I like electronics in front of me when I'm singing. It's a thing.
There you go.
Makes me feel more safe.
I mean, hey, right? This is well. Happy Pride Month, everyone. By the way, to all those celebrating, it's wonderful. I love all the months that celebrate different communities and cultures, and I'm very proud that we do our absolute darndest and best to celebrate all cultures and communities with everything we do here, with the team and the musicians, and every day of every month as well. And we acknowledge when it's, that moment to shine a light on communities that don't get that spotlight shined on them enough. And so it's a dual celebratory feeling. And so we welcome you all into this beautiful house of inclusivity that we all have created together. So thank you for supporting all that. It's what we are all about here at 623. Without further ado, that was also a good stall time for everyone to get on the same page. Wink, wink. That's a little behind the scenes thing. All right, here's one from 1928 that Tammy and I are going to do together with the verse, and I'm going to hand it off to you, my dear, to start it off.
How glad the many millions of Toms and Dicks and Williams would be to capture me, apparently. But with such persistence, you wore down my resistance. I fell, and it was swell.
I'm your big and brave and handsome Romeo.
How I want you, I will never ever know. It's not that you're attractive,
But boy, your heart grew active
when you
came into view.
I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie, all the day and night time. Hear me sigh, I never had the least notion that I would fall with so much emotion.
Could you cool?
I certainly could.
Could you care?
Maybe.
For a little cottage we could share. The world will pardon my much, 'cause I got a crush, my baby, on you. I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie, all the day and night time. Hear me sigh, never had the least notion that I could fall with so much emotion.
Could you care for a cunning cottage we could share? The world will pardon my much, 'cause
I have got a crush.
well, little do you know, but I have got a crush.
Did you hear that she's got a crush?
I hear Alvester also has a crush symbol.
There's a lot of crushing going on around here.
We're gonna crush and burn all over this coda.
'Cause I have got a crush. Oh, Tammy.
That's me. That's me.
On you. Scheffer. And an extra round of applause for her husband who's sitting in the back. Thank you so much, John. We appreciate that. Beautiful. So we're gonna go on to the penmanship of and songwriting stylings of George and Ira Gershwin for this next song here, with an arrangement that Tammy was willing to come along for the ride with me on. Yes. Would you like to count it in, or you want?
Oh,
Yeah.
first two.
That's we gotta reunite it. That's good. One, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Embrace me, my sweet embraceable you. Embrace me, my irreplaceable you. Just one look at you, my heart grows tipsy. You and you alone bring out the gypsy in me. I love all the many charms about you. Above all, I want my arms about you. Don't be a naughty baby, come to Papa do. My sweet embraceable you.
Embrace me, my sweet embraceable you. Embrace me, my irreplaceable you. Just one look at you, my heart grows tipsy in me. You and you alone brings out the silly in me. I love all the many charms and jokes about you. Above all, I want my arms around you. Don't be a naughty baby. Come to mama do. My sweet embraceable you.
Arcoiris Sandoval. Embrace me, ooh, my sweet embraceable you.
Sure thing.
Embrace me,
Yes.
my irreplaceable you.
Just one look at you, my heart grows tipsy in me.
Me too.
You and you alone brings out the gypsy in me.
Gypsy, and I love all the charms about you.
Above all, I'd like to have my arms around you. So,
Don't be a naughty baby.
No promises.
Come to Papa do. My sweet embraceable.
my sweet embraceable.
My sweet embraceable.
You.
Beautiful, beautiful. We got one more for you from 1928. I'm going to hand it over to Tammy. Take it away. This one is from the hands of Thomas Fats Waller. And we're going to do this in E flat. Oh, are you going to be okay with that? Okay. Always got to check with the drummer and the key. Tune those cymbals. All right. And we're going to do this verse to start things off. And then Tammy's going to count at the tempo. I don't even know what it's going to be. Surprise the heck out of me. I don't even know. Don't tell me now. Don't give it away. I have no use for other sweets of any kind since the day you came around. One look and I instantly made up my mind. Sweeter sweetness can't be found. You're so sweet, can't be beat. Nothing sweeter ever stood on feet.
Hey, every honeybee feels with jealousy when they see you out with me. I don't blame them, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose.
When you're mastered by flowers, droop and sigh, and I know the reason why. You're much sweeter, goodness knows, honeysuckle rose.
Don't buy sugar, you just have to touch my cup.
You're my sugar, it's so sweet when you stir it up.
When I'm taking sips from your tasty lips, sweetest honey fairly drips. Your confection, goodness knows, honeysuckle road.
Every honeybee fills with jealousy when they see you out with me. I don't blame them, I don't blame them, I can't blame them.
When you're passing by, flowers droop and sigh, and I know the reason why you're not sweeter, goodness knows, honeysuckle road.
I don't buy any sugar, you just gotta touch my cup.
Your high sugar sweet.
When you're dead, from those tasty lips, and I know your confection, goodness knows, honeysuckle rose. Yeah. Tammy Scheffer. honeybee fills with jealousy when they see you out with me. I don't blame them, goodness knows, honeysuckle rose.
When you're passing by flowers through and sigh, I don't blame them, goodness knows, honeysuckle rose.
I don't buy any sugar, you gotta touch my cup.
You're my sugar sweet when you stir it up, when it sips from your dainty lips, sweet as unfairly drips.
Your confection, goodness knows, got a honeysuckle rose. You're my ever-loving honey sweet. I love you so you knock me off my feet. I love you cause you're my ever-loving honeysuckle rose. Oh my.
I feel so loved.
And loved you are. Ladies and gentlemen, Tammy Scheffer.
Well, looks like I was left here to do things. Cool. So, if you can't tell by this awkward intermission, I'm actually an introvert. But some people just get stuff out of you. People like Marcus, for example. And the song that we're going to do next is a song about people. Got the title in there. And it's about what people in your life, people that you encounter, can do to you and the different ways they can affect you. Right off the plane, I was losing my ground, and she came, she took my hand. She knew just where I was going and how, and exactly how far. After all, she had a car. Once, about a decade ago, she was living in town. It brought her down. So now in a cab in Fort Myers, she seems to be doing okay, and I'm glad she came my way. Knowing her joy and her pain, knowing her gain, knowing it wasn't in vain, just for a moment in time, her story was mine, and we both lived it again. Just for a moment we almost could share our soul. If people around you could never have touched your core, how would you know who they were? Right from the start it was clear it will never end well. But once it started, you found yourself standing exposed, with your wishes and dreams in your hand. And to what end? Ending a lingering longing to love and belong in this world. A longing so old, it holds a permanent space in your heart that no one could employ. And after all, he's just a boy. Live for your joy and your pain. Live as you can. Live it again and again. Be who you are as you know. Feel then show. Feel it but then let it go. Just for a moment you let your heart lay all bare. And if in that moment you wouldn't have laid it bare, rivers you crossed, and the skin that saw days in the sun. Look at your hands, at your feet. Every scar on your skin is a dream. Every stain is a wish you have won. Look at the silvery hair and the wrinkles, the twinkle in your eye. Notice the way you smile. Live for your joy and your pain. Live as you can. Live it again and again. Be who you are as you know. Feel then show. Feel it but then let it go. Just for a moment you look and you finally know. If not for the silvery hair and for every scar, how would you know who you are? Thank you so much. Yeah, so when Marcus told me that the theme for today was 1928, when we spoke 5 days ago, I was like, great, I don't know any songs from 1928, I think. And he said, well, Google it. And he said, and he was right, that I will fall into a rabbit hole. So I did. Rabbit hole, is that what it's called? Yeah. Second guessing myself. What is language? So I did find something. So I'm from Israel, so my first language is actually Hebrew. So I was looking for something in Hebrew, and I found this Paul Hindemith composition that the lyrics are originally in German, but there is a Hebrew translation of it, which apparently it's very old. I don't think my mom knows it. I'll ask, but I don't think she does. And this one is called Gaguim al-Shir, means yearning for a song. And I'll translate a little bit for you. Let's collect yourself, Tammy. Joyful is the person whose heart is open to receive a song. Hold on, I got it. Yeah, I mean, that's just the gist of it. Maybe I'll collect myself later. We can talk about it in break. But yeah, thanks. That's the first sentence out of 3, but that's okay. Thank you very much. We're going to finish with something that you probably know. through the meadows of my heart. High up in the sky, the little stars climb. Always reminding me that we're apart. You wander down the lane and far away off the stage, leaving me a song that will not die from 1928. Love is now the stardust of yesterday, the memory of the years gone by. Sometimes I wonder why I spend the lonely nights wishing on a song. The melody haunts my reverie, and I am once again with you. When this set was new, and each song an inspiration. But that was 45 minutes ago. Now my consolation is in this crazy trio behind me, beside a garden wall. When stars are bright, you are in my arms. The nightingale tells his fairy tale of paradise where roses grew. Though I dream in vain, in my heart you will remain, my stardust melody, our memory of love's refrain. My stardust very, very much. Thank you, Marcus.
Please make some noise for the wonderful Tammy Scheffer. Beautiful, absolutely. Don't want to drop your electronics. We got one more for you here. No, you're on it. You're on it. It's good. Gianluca Renzi, everyone, on bass tonight. Alvester Garnett on drums. The one and only Arcoiris Sandoval on keys. Now, are you enjoying Arcoiris Sandoval and her beautiful playing? Would you like to see more of Arcoiris Sandoval? Well, stick around because she's guest hosting the lab session starting at 8 o'clock tonight. And you can all stick around tonight. We're going to have a good time. The show's going to keep on going. The music and the love is going to keep on flowing. We got one more for you here. It's my newest and latest, it's in the spirit of partnership and being able to rely on someone you love and remembering that you're not alone. And you can always lean on your loved ones, and they're here to help you out. John told me to dedicate this one to you before the show, so he doesn't, just like we talked about, right? This is the moment. So I dedicate this to all of you out there who have those special partners. And if you have trouble reaching your special partner when you're going through a rough patch, come on here. We got you. We got all kinds of love and music overflowing, so we're here for you. So here's a song I just recently wrote called "Two at a Time." 1, 2, 1, 2. Two at a time, let's take it 2 at a time, and we'll make it to the end of the line if we take it 2 at a time. You take a step, I'll follow, I will accept. If you wallow, and life will be fine if we take it 2 at a time. Ain't resting, but you sure can. If we're sharing the load, I'm suggesting that we make a plan. When you take 2 steps at a time, you don't have so far to go. Trouble in mind, no worry if we combine. No hurry, put your foot next to mine, and we'll take it 2 at a time. Arcoiris Sandoval. We'll take it 2 at a time, and we'll make it to the end of the line if we take it 2 at a time. You take a step, I'll follow, I will accept. Whenever you wallow, and life will be fine if we take it 2 at a time. Ain't resting, but you sure can if we're sharing the load. Well, I'm suggesting that we make a plan. When you take 2 steps at a time, you don't have so far to go. Trouble in mind, don't worry if we combine. No hurry, put your foot next to mine, and we'll take it 2 at a time. 1 step for me, alongside you, that's where I'll always be whenever you're feeling blue. So when your heavy heart's in a bind, we'll take it 2 at a time, yeah. We'll take it 2 at a time, oh yeah. We'll take it 2 at a time. Sing with me, baby, come on. We'll take it two at a time. Yeah, come on, let me hear it. We'll take it two at a time. Yeah, keep singing in harmony time. Yeah, we'll always take it two at a time. Yeah, keep singing and applaud for the one and only Alvester Garnett on drums. He takes it two at a time, or sometimes three. You're following his triple it now. How about for Gianluca Renzi? He takes it 2, 3, 4, 5 at a time. I don't even know how his fingers do what they do. That's some kind of sick superpower I could never do. That's why I hire you. How about it for Arcoiris Sandoval on the keys? Oh, she takes it 2 at a time. She's taking it 10 at a time right now. See what I did there? Arcoiris, she always gets me through at a time. Yeah, so grateful for you, my dear. How about it for your servers tonight behind the bar? You got Parrish and Vanessa and Dylan on the floor. Make some noise. At the door, you were met by the lovely Alicia. Make some noise. On sound, lights, and live stream. On sound, lights, and live stream. Why not? On sound, lights, and live stream. I'll never tell you who it is. Sound, lights, and live stream. All right, I'll tell you who it is. Eden Wright over there on sound, lights, and live stream. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is Marcus Goldhaber. This has been a production of Mostly Marcus live at room 623. We are here every Sunday at 6 o'clock. Next Sunday, my guest is going to be the wonderful Naama Geber. Naama Geber, 2 Israeli singers back to back. It just happened that way. It wasn't intentional. I'm just a very lucky person. How about a round of applause for my guest today, though, Tammy Scheffer. Follow her wherever she goes. I mean, when she's performing her shows. Don't be following her on the street. That wouldn't be the right thing to do. All right, folks, we hope you had a great time. If you'd like to stick around, we got the lab session coming on at 8 o'clock. I want you to look around the room and applaud everyone else around you for coming out and supporting live jazz up in Harlem. We can't do what we do if you don't do what you do. So keep coming back. Tell the people in your life, your friends, your enemies, whoever it is, come see us again. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for coming out and sharing your love. If you're ever in a tough spot, remember you got people in your life who love you. You can always relax, take a deep breath, and take it 2 at a time, yeah. Come on, we'll take it 2 at a time, oh yeah. We'll always take it 2 at a time, yeah, yeah. We're gonna take it 2 at a time. Last time, we're gonna take it 2 at a time. Thank you so much, folks. Have a wonderful rest of your night. We'll see you again soon.